A great greeting to all fans of engines from Pico Serpente. Today begins the semi-final of the RC tournament, valid for the passage of the round and to continue hoping to participate in Downhill Master Deluxe.
You are watching Top Driver in the company of Max, Power and Stinky.
If you have not done so, put a like, subscribe to the channel and take a look at this link in the description to stay on track.
We also remind you of the possibility to personally participate in the next night's event that will always take place on this track. Street Night Racers is coming and you can send your modified cards by writing to our email topdriver365@gmail.com.
Now get ready, let's start with the car introductions. It's your turn, Max.
Well, we have the first car of the day, Pamela Page driving Zozo, an Emerald Jaguar for the Sunflower team. Has shown a feline grit, let's see if she will repeat herself.
Once again, the Honda 2000 Firefox, driven by Hirakai for the Takeshi team. It was the outsider surprise. Who knows what he'll do today?
Third car at the wheel, Julian, the tightrope walker, Rosicki for the Sticky Race team, we jagged the curve with this BMW Cannonball.
Last racing car for today, the French Jean-Pierre Bonton, driving a Fieri Shelby for the One Nature team. A warm applause also for Vipera.
While we take a look at the track, we rush to the starting grid.
In front on the left, Julian Rosicki on Cannonball, and behind Jean-Pierre Bonton on Vipera.
On the right, Firefox waits Hirakai, and behind Pamela Page with her Jaguar Zozo. We start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Compact start of the group up to the Coupe of the Saints.
Rosicki flies, spectacular generation of Firefox that strikes Vipera.
On the straight, the two in front spinning a spin.
They arrive in order combo, Firefox, Vipera and Zozo, a very fast race.
Let's go and review with a quick replay the wonderful acceleration of Hirakai on the Honda coming out of the chicane. Superb!
A pilot not only in words but also in deeds.
Summary point in the upper left corner.
Straight and fast in race 2. In front we have Vipera on the left and Cannonball on the right.
Behind them respectively Zozo and Firefox. The engines are on, the lights goes out, and off we go!
After the start, this time Firefox stays behind, Vipera leaves away instead.
After the chicane, Cannonball try to overtake, nothing to do!
Vipera pick up his pace, no danger, and he crosses the finish line first. In second position comes Rosicki on BMW.
Third place for Pace Jaguar, and fourth for Hirakai on the Honda. The last two really run a race without bite.
In the point summary, we see Jean-Pierre Bonton reappears at the top of the standings, and while you try to bet on who will be the winner, we go to the race 3.
In front of the left is Pamela Page Jaguar, and behind Hirakai's Honda.
On the right, Jean-Pierre Bonton on the Shelby, and behind Julia Rosicki on BMW. Engine clutch launch!
This time the Jaguar starts well and pulls out his claws.
Unexpected overtake on Vipera before the Mamouche.
He slips like a snake and grabs the first position. Incredibile, Max!
Zozo stays, he maintains his position, but but does not find the strength to counterattack.
First Vipera, second Zozo, third Cannonball, and fourth Firefox. Spectacular! Let's review the overtaking replay.
Here on the way out, Bonton steals a case idea and uses the lane to accelerate and overtake Pamela Page, who remains petrified. Truly a remarkable maneuver.
Jean-Pierre Bonton, the pilot with nose of steel, he did the unthinkable.
Let's see the points from the full screen summary before game 4. Cannonball at 10 points and Vipera at 12.
Followed by the Jaguar Zozo at 6 and the Honda Firefox at 5. It will seem the race ended before the final hit. We will see if it will be like this. Final round!
On the starting grid on the left, the Honda of Vera Kai, and behind Julian, the tightrope Walker Rosicki on BMW.
On the right, Zozo with Pamela Page, and behind the Shelby of Bonton, who left his minor at home for this race.
All in religious silence, concentration, ready, steady, and go!
The group is compact after the start, they run fast.
Zozo puts the right and overtake Firefox.
The Shelby also tries, but nothing to do. Firefox resists.
The Jaguar flies on to the finish line.
Behind her still blows and shoves, but Firefox arrives second, dragged by Vipera third, and Cannonball fourth to the finish. Pure adrenaline!
We see in the replay the clever move of Zozo, who at all costs had to arrive first in order to hope they pass the turn.
Firefox does not fall for it after the second time and closes Vipera after the Mamouchi, preventing him from beating the record of points in a single race.
But let's see the scores. Thrilling friends, there is a playoff between Julia Rosicki, who leads a Cannonball, and Pamela Page with 11 points. The crowd is crazy.
Let's go straight to Paso de la Bisha for the first playoff. In the left lane we find Pamela Page Jaguar, Zozo, and next to her Julian Rosicki driving the BMW Cannonball. My support is all for him.
Get ready for the race. Red, orange, and gold.
They lead paired up to the curve.
Cannonball on the sides overturns his out of the game.
He made the stride longer than his leg.
And then Zozo brakes and saves the motor for the second battery, winning the first without a sweat.
A real shame. I can only imagine the tension on poor Julian's shoulders. Now he will have to win the second battery if he wants to continue to hope.
The pilot's ready, position at the reverse. Hold your brakes because it will be a free diving race.
Until the last inch, Max. 3, 2, 1, go!
This time Rosicki is determined. He takes off well and flies over the chicane.
He turns around before the curve. He spins. Cannonball alone goes to win. No! What's happened?
The BMW turned a few steps from the finish. This is that for your driver's ticket.
You are a bird of ill omen, Max.
Pamela Page wins in the Jaguar Zozo and passes to the final, together with the French driver Jean-Pierre Bonton, who drives the Shelby Vipera. Strong emotion.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being with us today. We will be here next Saturday for the last semi-final of the tournament. Don't miss it.
Good night and good fight from Max, Power and Stinky.
Stay tuned on Top Driver Diecast, where on J's
Never sleep.